Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. Thanks for checking out the channel and being here. I just got back from my first Bloomburrow draft. A lot of fun at the store. Friday Night Magic. It's great. It's a great time. Last week I missed the first draft of the set because I had a job to do, so I was extra excited to be there tonight. Played 3 games. Not the best result. I was 1-2, but I was relatively happy with my deck because every single game was close. There was the game that I won. Those were close games. They were fun. In my second round, I lost to a Rakdos, a really fast Rakdos deck, and I had got him down to 1 life, and then it was just I couldn't get over that little hump. And then the third game, I had to face off against 3 bombs, including like Maha, uh, the big food creature that's 6/6 that like makes everything a food, as well as the huge green creature that mills 4 and like has puts the lands back into play and then adds to toughness that and strength. That's just crazy stuff. My little frogs try to hold their own, but that was a bit too much. But I did play frogs. It's a Simic deck. I usually don't play Simic, but I kind of like Simic in this format. So what do we have here? We have Finch Formation. I like this card. It's not a frog, but I think this card does well in the frog decks because what happens is when this creature enters, target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. So the frog decks are all about bouncing things, right? Frogs and bouncing. I mean, that's so. I mean, that's just perfect. So what you would do is you could bounce this, play it back again, make something fly, and that gives it evasion, which is awesome. And if you do that, you can, potentially get in some really good damage when the game unexpectedly, things like that can happen. These cards aren't in really that much of an order, a little bit of an order, but not really. Calamitous Tide is a 6 mana card, 2 blue and 4, but you know what? This has a huge effect on the game. You return 2 creatures to their owner's hand, draw 2 cards, and discard a card. I mean, this does a lot of things. Getting 2 creatures effectively bounced off is really good. And it's really hard for the opponent to come back when you can resolve this, and I did. And man, they were not salty about it, but they were like, they knew they were having a hard time after that. Into the Flood Maw, this is really cool. I love it. Just for 1 mana, this is even better. This is a 1 mana bounce. So, and if you gift, you can get any kind of permanent, but if it's not a gift, it can be a creature, which is like 90% of the time it's a creature, so it's a 1 mana bounce at instant speed. So good. Polywop, this is probably the best removal for frogs decks. It's at instant speed. It costs 1 less to cast for each frog you control, so you can get this down to 1 green potentially. But it deals twice the power of your creature to something you don't control. So twice the power can take out just about anything. And so I think this is just a stellar card. Pearl of Wisdom, it's a draw 2. Nothing much to say about that. Dire Downdraft, this is top or bottom library type card removal. This kind of removal is great. The bouncing and stuff that I did in this deck just felt so good and felt so bad for the opponent. So I really focused a lot on my removal being bouncing stuff, and it was good. But here's a non-bouncer. This is a fight spell. Good fight spell. If you gift a fish, you can give something +1/+1 counter on your side. Overprotect is like one of the best like protection tricks or whatever kind of. This is just the jack of all trades, and it's only 1 and a green. I take these all day long. Runaway Together. This card disappointed me a little bit. I think it'd be great if I had a little bit more board presence, but every time I wanted to use it, I didn't have great board presence. Like I didn't have anything on the board, or I'd draw it with nothing on the board when I really needed a creature. But I like it's just 2 mana instant speed. This did win me the game once for one of my rounds, so I can say that about the card. But for the most part, like what I did was I bounced. Well, I'll show you later. This is a really great card. I love this card, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Baker's Bane Duo. Just a solid 2-drop, makes a food when you expend 4. Gets +1/+1. This is the card I'm talking about, Long River Lurker. It's Ward 1. Gives all the other frogs Ward 1. And when it enters, you can make a creature that you control not be able to get blocked. So you make something big not be able to get blocked. And when that creature deals combat damage this turn, you can exile it, and then you basically flicker it. Well, with Runaway Together, what I did was I blinked this, or what I did, I blinked it, made something unblockable, and I kept doing it over and over with other spells like Runaway Together, and it just made it like a nightmare for my opponent. Bellowing Crier, this is cool. Draw a card, discard a card. Sunshower Druid, it's a 1-drop, gives +1/+1 counters, gains you a little bit of life. Treeguard Duo, this is a game winner as well. I dropped this, gave my creature like +5, literally, and was able to do 10 damage. It was great. Pawn Prophet, this is one of the best cards you can get in a Frogs deck, where you just play it, draw 2 cards, bounce it, play it again, draw more cards. So cool. 3-tree Root Weaver. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. It's okay. It's fine. Another Druid. Splash Lasher. This was great too. This thing taps other creatures down. Tapping and bouncing, that is just so annoying to play against, but satisfying if you're playing it. Here's a rare Tender Wild Guide. It wasn't the best. I mostly used it as a mana dork. Okay, there was one game I did use, put a lot of +1/+1 counters on it, and it was significant in battle. But mostly it was a mana dork. Lily Splash Mentor. I wish I had more of these. I only got to play this in one of the games in one of the rounds. But I think this is one of the best blue-green cards. You can pay 1 blue and green, exile something else, and bring it back. Finch Formation. I had 2 of these, so I already showed you one. Clement the Worry Ward. I thought this was going to be one of my better cards. It didn't do a whole lot in the deck, unfortunately. Biggest star of the deck, Eddie Merc Crab. This thing was amazing. This is what I actually gave +5/+5 to, and it was like power 10. I would make this thing unblockable. This could just tap creatures down on their turn. It just did everything. Or I could tap creatures down on my turn and then attack in with other creatures. This was a really, really good card, and I would happily draft this over and over again. So for my troubles, I did get 2 packs, which I'll open. Hopefully we'll get something good in there. But I do want to show you. I bought this thing I saw at the store. It's a Bloomburrow token pack. And I've already opened it. It comes with a number of things. First of all, I'll just show you, you get some dice, which is not the most exciting thing in the world. I mean, truly. But you do get a set of dice, and that's fine. You also get this kind of cool life counter. Again, not my favorite thing out there, but kind of a neat life counter. You also get some +1/+1 counters. Again, not the most amazing thing. But you do get this, and this is where I think it starts to get better. Look at this. One of the 1/1 fish tokens that you can gift. You can actually gift them this fish. Of course, a lot of times you gift it tapped. I don't know what it would be. Tapped backwards. But then you get this 1/1. You can gift this as one of the tokens. That is sweet. And then it also comes with these, and I thought it was you would get the whole set, but apparently not. You only get 7, but you get 7 metallized full art tokens from the set, so it's like metal on the back. So we got the food token here. You get Tender Wild Guide, the squirrel, rabbit, bat, treasure, and then Warren War Leader. These are great looking cards. I mean, they are really cool metal cards, and just a fun thing to have as part of the Bloomburrow collection. So there you have it. Really like those. Just wanted to share that with you. Saw that the store had to pick one up. Anyways, let's look at the 2 packs. Both play boosters. See if we can pull anything good out of that. We got a Starscape Cleric token. Says a Cap's Brew, Foil Mountain, and then a Fountain Port is the rare. We've got a Village. And the rest of the comments and uncommons. Okay. And let's check out the other pack. Hopefully it's better than the Fountain Port. We did get an art card. Barkform Harvester is the foil. We got a Forest. And we got a Coiling Rebirth as the rare. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Bloomburrow. Let me know if you got one of these tin token things. I think they're kind of neat, but they are a little pricey. It's about $40, which is a lot to ask, I understand. But I think it's a cool collectible. I'll see you next time.